Hi, have you ever wondered who is responsible for transporting and unloading a product when it's sold between countries? Today we're going to explain this using the Encounter DPU.
DPU stands for Delivered at Place Unload, meaning that the goods are delivered at the agreed place and unloaded. This is an international trade term that defines the responsibilities between the seller and the buyer, and it is very important because in indication who is our responsibility for each part of the process.
To understand it better, imagine you buy a product and the seller not only delivers it to your house, but also unloads it from the truck and leaves it ready for you. That's exactly what happens with the Ecoterms DPU.
In this case, the seller bears most of the responsibility, and as they are in charge of preparing and packing the goods, arranging domestic transport, managing export formalities, paying for international shipping, and delivering the product to the agreed destination. Furthermore, they are also responsible for unloading the goods at that location, which makes this Incoterm unique.
On the other hand, the buyer has few responsibilities since they are mainly in charge of important procedures, paying taxes and duties, and transportation after receiving the goods.
A very important point is the moment when the risk is transferred in the income terms. DPU, the risk pays from the seller to the buyer when the goods have already been unloaded and the agreed place.
For example, a company in Colombia exports coffee to Germany using DPU. In this case, the seller handles the entire logistic process, from shipment to arrival at the destination, and also unloads the coffee at a warehouse in Germany. From that point on, the buyer is responsible for taxes and local transport. For
In conclusion, the Incoterm DPU is an excellent option when the seller wants to take care of the entire logistics process, including the unloading of the goods. This makes things easier for the buyer, but it also implies greater responsibility for the seller.